baby. I would like to introduce
Dylan King as Keno.
Yeah.
Brad O'Neill as Shoei. Okay, let's go.
Welcome back to the pub feed. Episode 16, Keno.
It's something like that, I believe, yes.
Shall we start the way we always start?
It is.
You know the drill.
It is about time of the night where we pull out one of these. Mine's green and blue at the moment for those on YouTube. But let's quickly crack a beer so we can start talking about the important stuff. I'll go first. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Beautiful.
Go for
Ooh. I improved on last week. My one last week was trash.
It's one of those things, though, having a little can, it just doesn't quite have the snap, but it's still quite there. So, no, that's great. Brad, how can you find the pub feed?
Everybody, you can find us at the link. Is it the link? No, I believe it's linktree.com/the pub feed. We have ramped up our social media game of late, Big Fella. We've got TikTok starting to roll out, the Instagram Reels, bit extra work, but we'll be right. Facebook as well. I feel like Facebook isn't quite the modern platform it once was for people and like pages, but
that's true.
Jump over. We do post everything across all those platforms, and we look forward to seeing you there, and YouTube as well. Bang.
Yes. Well, speaking of which, we've actually had a very special guest message through this week, so we might have a little bit of a showies bag coming on. I don't know if you listened to last week's. If you haven't listened to last week's, you're really missing out, but we had a massive brain teaser and massive episode. And this week we're bringing it back, and this one's heavier than what we ever could dream of. Is there anything else that's in store for tonight, Bradley, before we have a bit of a catch up?
Yes, mate. So I believe you're going to have a crack at giving me a joke at some stage. Brad's brain teaser back every week. I get to go back to my original chair and give you a brain teaser after getting out of the dungeon last week. Showies mailbag will be there. We'll touch on a few topics that we'll talk about later, but we want to talk about loyalty in teams and sports. That'll be interesting.
It's a big one.
I can't wait for you to lay it on me there. And can your body count cock block you? So we'll dissect that.
This is a cheeky one, yep.
In about 5 minutes' time. So that's sort of where we're going at for tonight. And look, mate, let's get stuck in. So first of all, the week. How has your week been? What's been happening? Just give me an update, mate. I actually haven't really spoken to you much this week.
I know.
So I'm more excited. Usually we collab the night before and chat.
It's all raw. It's raw dog energy right now. Yeah. We have both entered silly season, I think is important to note. A lot of other people about the same. It's a wriggly couple of months that is going to sail us through to the end of the year. It's a saying that goes at work at the moment. You know, we're in October, but really we're talking about December. So,
everybody, mate, we open back up in 2 weeks, which is exciting.
Yeah, well, I mean, when someone says that, I sort of go, yeah, cool, no worries. I don't put my heart on my sleeve. I don't fully commit. When I see it, I'll believe it.
Something I think we should aim for next year, if we can get a bigger base on this channel. We're starting to build slowly but surely, and we're really enjoying everyone interacting. This time last year, as summer comes around, we should do the pub feed, pub crawl.
Oh, that would be mega. That would absolutely...
That would be fucked.
And then we're still going to do our fucking... Where are we going? England for the podcast Mad Monday. So we can go to the Colonel Hotel.
I believe we're going to MGM Vegas as well. Somewhere in there.
We really need some people to jump on board because we can't afford any of that.
Yes. So this week, Freedom Day, as they were calling it in New South Wales, I believe they're out and about this weekend. So good on them.
Freedom Day?
They were calling it Freedom Day, which is so over the top. But
that's awesome.
They're out smashing it. I believe some of your forward drive boys are from I
do have it. Yeah, a couple of New South Wales lads, a few Queenslander boys. I don't know if there's much Perth that sort of make a way. I think Perth like to sort of be their own their own thing, their own rebellion. But yeah, a couple of New South Wales boys, obviously a fair bit in Vic and Queensland, and they all jump on and give the thumbs up. So shout out to you boys. You know who you are, especially cruising time. You know who you are. So yeah, it's been great.
He's grouse on the Insta.
He's a weapon.
He's so into it, isn't he? I love it.
Is
love you,
so
cruising
good.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good for them. I'm sure a couple of those boys are out in the tracks as they love to do. For those that don't know, Kano loves his four-wheel drives and
Just
has
a
a
little
big four-wheel drive page. If you want to drop it now, Kano, now is your time.
Gooey. Gone all red. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, I've got it red. He's all flustered.
Yeah, that's neat.gu. That's neat goo. Be there, be square. You'll see the red bus, very similar to my red jumper. For those who are watching us on YouTube, as Brad mentions, we got the pub feed on the link tree, and that shows all our socials. And yes, of course, every week we put a video up on our YouTube, and the short videos are on our Instagram and our TikTok. So please, if you want to put a smile in your dial, this is the path to take.
Fantastic work, mate. So get down to neat GU, have a look at that. So yeah, the week went by, nothing too interesting because we did last Friday. Basically, like we were saying earlier, we went to work and back 5 times, and now here we are. So nothing's been too wild, but the AFL trade period wrapped up. My Tiger boys didn't really do much, but we're loaded draft pick wise. So I guess I'm pretty happy going into that. Your Bomber boys, I don't think they were too active. I knew they were trying to get Bobby Hill from GWS over the line in the last couple of days, but
I haven't kept track. I can tell you that
like
right
now.
What I do know is that I know that Brent Stanton is going to coach the VFL boys.
Stans. He's back.
The big lad. So yeah, I mean, probably should
nothing
know a little
too
bit more
wild
about it, but
nothing too wild in the AFL trade period for our boys. So another thing, Kano, Caramilk McFlurrys at Macca's this week I saw.
I'm very excited about this.
Now, quickly, let me just open up the can of worms here.
Yeah.
Caramilk in the last year has come to like some
boom
rise to fame.
Yes.
Do you agree? Like, I think it was those blocks and like it was social media, like people going nuts. They're even making caramel cakes out of that chocolate, and just smashing it, bulk buying.
The shit's off its head.
I don't know
that's
about
why.
you, but it tastes like white chocolate to me.
Yeah, well, isn't that like what it is as such? Like it's,
but it's meant
like
to be like caramelly, like white chocolate. But to me, it tastes like, is it Dove or like some? It tastes like some just normal white chocolate. I'm like, this is just branding 101. Brilliant.
You know, white chocolate's made out of goat's milk instead of cow's milk.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I was going to say, did you know male's milk is made from males? Well, you had me stumped.
I almost had myself because someone got me with that for about 3 years before I jerried on. Caramilk is massive. It's so good. It's really sweet. So it booms anything that you put it in. McFlurrys as a whole.
Is it like condensed milk? Would you compare it to condensed milk?
Let's be honest. When there's something that tastes that good, you don't actually want to know what it is. Am I right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have really been a sucker for the Mr. Donald's and his McFlurries of late. I got stuck into the birthday McFlurry, which was the apple pie, some bloody sprinkle things, and fucking
that mixture
sauce.
one.
Yeah, it was fucking off its head. So anything McFlurries, like you're just asking for money bags to turn up in your doorstep. So well played by the big dog for that one.
So Kano, is Caramilk overrated or underrated?
Oh, good question, show. It's probably overrated a bit. You're right. Like, just because it is good doesn't mean it's the best thing on the planet. Like, it's good. We get it. Like, cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things in the world. There is more flavour. There's more flavours.
There is.
But it's good.
There's a lot of good things in the world. I was going to turn that somewhere.
I know where you were going.
Okay, so for me, Caramilk is overrated. I think it's just brilliant marketing more than anything. I don't think it veers off the white chocolate train too much. However, we're just going to stick with overrated. So that was one thing I saw this week, and I want to brain on. Addison, heard she was a bit of a terror this week.
Mate.
Care to explain?
My
She's
lord.
still grounded at 6 months old, 8
She
months old,
does
9
her.
months old.
Yeah, she's still hanging upside down on the fridge in the little ankle locks.
The magnet nappy.
The bloody. She does her best work in the bath. So last time we were in the bath and she got me, she drowned my phone. She put my phone in the drink. It's been fucked. I've had to buy a new phone. Cool. Thanks, Addison. Good on you. High five. Yeah, sweet. The other night, I'm in the bath. My phone goes bzzz. I go, oh, that's weird. I have a quick sus, and I got an email from. Oh, sorry, it was a notification from PayPal, and I'm going, it's a bit odd. I'm literally washing my daughter. I haven't bought anything. Have a look-see, and it's like you've just bought a movie, and I'm like,
oh no.
I'm like, what the fuck, a movie? I said, Ellie, and she was downstairs. She goes, yeah. I'm like, is the Xbox on? She goes, yeah. I'm like, is it the TV on? Because we watch the TV and the Xbox. She's like, yeah, TV's on. I'm like, can you put it on the Xbox screen? She goes, yeah. Turns on. She's like, oh, it's on Black Widow, like the movie selection. I said, where's the controller? And it was with Addison's toys and stuff. So what she's done is she's grabbed the controller and just gone smash on the buttons, press this, done that, whatever, and somehow navigated herself to the menu of movies, and she's fucking fully purchased Black Widow, completely $25 straight at the kitty, and she's just walked away. No, like she's just gone, sweet, I'm going to fucking watch a movie tomorrow night. And I've just got stung with $25, and I've gone to Microsoft and everything, and they've gone, well, put a lock on your account again. Don't let your kids buy movies. Simple as that. So no refund, no nothing. It's just like, thanks.
I want to start a conspiracy. And Ali's going to listen to this version of the podcast and go, I knew I fucking had him there. I wanted a movie night. I've picked my movie. Oh, we're back. Oh, we better watch it. You spent $25 here. Hey, cuddle up. Let's go get the popcorn out.
Let's
Big
go.
fella. No Xbox for the boys tonight. Conspiracy.
And the COD disc is snapped. What? Addison.
Yeah. Oh, what a cheeky child.
Bloody hell.
Well, brilliant
Speaking of
update of the
movies.
week, mate. Ooh.
Speaking of movies, is there something you want to touch on?
Oh, yes. That's a great point, actually. I saw this week Disney Plus. I believe we had a great debate about this ages ago.
We
It's
did,
a streaming
yep.
service now, right? It's Disney's like Netflix. I read that you've seen Home Alone?
Yes. Yep. Little
I was
King.
going to say, it's part of growing up, right? Disney Plus, I think it's exclusive just to their platform that they're doing a Home Alone reboot, and it's called Home Sweet Home Alone. And I don't know if this is like anti-nostalgia vibes, if that's even the word I meant to use. So I looked at it and go, don't fucking touch it.
Yeah. Wait, so is it the same cast, old, redoing it, or is it just like a full, just start from the ground up?
Well, it looks like they've made like a spin-off of it. I don't believe they're replicating the home.
Well, they can't use the same cast
exactly.
because that fucking actor's
They're
like
not the
full
car,
ice head
yeah.
now, isn't it?
That kid's fucked.
He's full fucked now. Richie Rich.
Yeah. Oh, fucking amazing. Yeah, so Home Sweet Home Alone. Fuck, I tell you what, it's done.
That's a big one.
And I saw the characters and stuff. Look it up if anyone listening or yourself after.
Okay.
The kid's not an innocent looking kid. Looks like fucking Augustus Gloop from fucking Chocolate
Augustus
Factory,
Gloop.
the little fat thing. The characters just look shit, and I don't know if we're getting older. And I'm like, no, you can't replace.
No,
it.
that happens all the time. Just constantly dipping back in that same pocket that provided all those years ago. It's just like, you want to smack the hand and just fucking leave it. Don't touch it. It was good when it lasted. Stop trying to just sap another fucking 10 mil out of it. Just leave it alone. You did good. It's just, some things you just need it. And look, some things have been redone, but it's like the Grinch, right? That animated one came out.
What a wonderful Sorry, I love it.
It's like when they made the cartoon version, the animation. I was like, Ellie. We bought
that
tickets.
sucks the
I
bag.
saw that at the movies. I fell asleep during this cinema, and I walked out and I said, "Don't you ever fucking try and make a movie like you can't
recreate
redo not a heavyweight like The Grinch, like
Nah.
quite simply the best movie of all time. You can't like it's just leave it alone."
Makes me sick, man. So
Jeez, that could be a real fired up boys my piss. That
that
could have
fucking balls my piss.
That was I heard the kettle in my own head just then. Jeez, I need a breather.
Yeah, so well, maybe we can. Yeah, we might have to have a great debate, balls my piss, about remakes, because there's some remakes that actually can pass the test.
Yes,
Never as good as the original. So
that's correct. Yes,
fucking
yep.
leave it alone.
Just leave it.
So we are going to move on. Thank you very much for the weekly update. I always enjoy hearing that from you. Now, Peter, I believe you want to try and tickle the internal humour hormones this evening.
I'm gonna hit you on the funny bone. You know the one right in the elbow. That one. Gonna strike it.
So you're gonna hit me with you introduce, mate. You take it away.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen. We know it's a big part of the show. We're talking about Keno's joke.
I'm a massive fan of just bringing your segment in. I love it.
It's so much fun because you just know that
Keno's
you beef it up. You beef it up and you go, this is such a flop. And no one really cares about it, but let's just go anyway.
We spoke about this before the show when you said, I'm going to do a joke this week. I said, yeah, fuck I said, Kano, it is the hardest segment in footy.
Fucking
it is the shortest one and the hardest one. Just writing out a joke expecting it to be funny is so difficult, I reckon.
It's quite literally the hospital kick, mate. You're standing there flat-footed and you've got 5 blokes coming in and you've got a 1% chance of actually fucking getting your
back with
mitts
a
on the
flight.
pill and not walking away with a fractured vertebrae. So it's hard because we don't have a crowd here. But Keno's joke, look, mate, this one was a Aussie sort of exclusive. So I don't know if our international... I was going to say internationals, but international supporter will get this one. But are you ready, sir?
Yes. I'm ready, mate.
Why are murders in Tasmania so hard to solve?
Not sure.
Because there are no dental records in all the DNA matches.
Not the incest. Not the incest joke. Not the incest joke. I hope we have a Tasmanian listener and they go, hey, fuck you. You know what? Fuck you.
You know what? I'm done. All right. Maybe. Okay. All right. Let's just try one more time because.
He's going again.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you call a farting Aussie?
What do you call a farting Aussie?
I'll give it to you. Ready?
Yep.
Ned Smelly.
Oh, no.
That's a name.
You would be a dad, wouldn't you?
That's Keno's joke.
That's
Oh, geez. Sometimes
That's
he pulls up and he delivers. Oh, he's like a smoke bomb. He just fucking drops it, does it, and he does magic and he's fucked off.
And you know what you always need at the end of a good joke is a good drop. And shout out to the gentleman Jack as we get stuck in this second half of the let's go! Let's fucking go!
Let's boys.
Thank you, Keno. That was Keno's joke.
That was attempt.
And yeah, I was going to say, as we sip.
Yeah, sorry, I had a bit of a dry throat from
fuck me.
All that power coming out. Look, I know that might have scared a few people off. We haven't finished the pod yet. We've still got so much more to do. The Keno's jokes are warm-up, boys and girls. So if that really tickled you on the funny bone, which I know hurts most of the time, but that's kind of our humour as a
yes.
pinpoint. So let's really start to get into the pod now, because that was just a bit of a deep heat into the calf.
I've got some hard dipping in the topics this week, mate. I am excited for the next half an hour.
Oh, here we go.
And first of all, we're going to start it off with which is always good to get on the board, Keno.
It really is.
As we start this week, I will start my first segment, and it is Joey's Mailbag.
Yeah.
Mailbag. Mind the dog. All right. So this week, we actually have had a new listener this week who's been like, oh, boys, fucking love your work. And
This is great.
You know how much we love hearing from the listeners that are here at the pub feed. All 4 of them have been great. I think we've had 4 that have written in so far. But looking at our listener list, some of you need to lift your game.
I think some people are like, they think about it. They're like, yeah, I'd love to like comment on that. And they're just like, well, there's probably like, what's it going to do? Like, whatever. It's like, just do it. Just give it a go. Just give it a go.
Some of those scenarios we'd love to hear from you. Like I see a lot of those TikToks where people write in and go, my mate did this to this person, or she did this and this, and they get their opinion and they have debate on it. I see that a lot now. But anyway, Showy's mailbag this week. Lockie Horn has written in.
Horn.
The Hornstar, Tiger Boy as well.
Oh, what a man.
We both don't know the Hornstar. So this is great generic reach from the big fella.
Really love this.
So he wrote in and basically said, boys, you got to give me a bit of time because I've just started listening to you from work and I'm up to episode 5. So
we love that.
Hang in there, big fella.
Really strap in because it's a roller coaster. But
if you like it now, you'll get it. The screws start to tighten.
We really ask you to hold on and just fucking just commit.
Yeah.
It gets better, we promise. But we do say it to everyone that's jumping on board, start from the start and work your way up because you get to know us and you understand a bit more of the shit when you get this far.
Even now at 16 and the editing quality and the sort of the music and stuff we put behind the podcast, just great. Anyway, so Lockie, thank you very much. So he wrote in and said he has a great debate or a question for us that he wants an opinion. So he said, eating rice or a rice-based dish, like a curry or something, out of a bowl, do you use a spoon or a fork? Now, this sounded easy to me. When I read it, I'm like, is there a debate on this? But then I read the next paragraph.
Oh.
I was amazed at the resistance. So his missus and her housemate were against him on this.
Right.
So now
I'm intrigued at what he has to say here.
Yeah, I was amazed at the resistance from my girl and her housemate when it came up. Although not surprising, she's dating me, so clearly she's not all
horny, you cheeky boy.
He said, but if both of you are team fork, I have some homework for you. Give the spoon a try. Towards the end of your meal when you are chasing around the scrap bits of rice, it's way easier with a spoon.
Oh, okay. So he's not only given us a look, I know there's a high percentage in this realm, but I'm telling you that there's a reason why the other side of the plate is smarter.
Yeah. So this is how I see it, Kano. The Hornsters had a big day at work. Mrs. probably don't want to be sexist by any, but maybe the missus cooked him dinner or something. Sits down, he's fucked, right? Big day. All he wants to do is eat his fucking rice and shit. They're using a fork. They're both using forks, and he's going a spoon, and he's been too logical for the girls, and they've fucking ripped into him and gone,
wow.
What the fuck do you use a spoon for? This is
It's a tough
This is what
gig,
I'm imagining.
Mate.
And he's gone, are you kidding? Look at the set. It doesn't fall through the cracks. It's absolutely fucking beautiful to use. And they're going, nah. So I actually thought about this. He caught me off guard because I've been eating like chicken and rice and stuff at work to try and
love that, yep.
Not eat too much shit. And I was using a fork and I caught myself. Though the reason I use a fork, Lockie, if you're listening, which he will be, is because I stab the chicken, eat it, then I come back and I'm just too lazy to use a second utensil.
I got more on that.
Yep.
Because what do you 9 times out of 10 eat your tuna and rice out of? Are you talking a plastic tub like a heat up Tupperware container or like a porcelain bowl?
No, it's in like a plastic food container.
Yeah, right.
Because I do it in one batch.
I think Lockie, Horny, I think you're on the ball here if we're talking about like a bowl. Yes? We see, which he does say here. He does say
To his
out
credit.
of a bowl.
Yes. Good listening, Keno.
In a tub, in a square tub, you need to get in those corners, big dog. And if you got a fucking spoon, it's pretty well oval round. Your physics, man. I'm doing some weird shit on the video. but
I think you still can get the corners with a spoon.
But a fork, mate, you're going tink, bang, one hit, one wonder. Like, headshots, one shot, one kill, bang. With a spoon, maybe you got to really work it a little bit more, maybe. But on a bowl, I cannot describe how much I hate a fork destroying a bowl because you're trying to fucking finger the rest of the food out. And needs, like, that spoon creates... this is a really interesting one.
It's actually a good one. When I read it, I'm like, this is easy for me. And then I realized I've caught myself out about 3 times. Yeah, he's got in my head early, the monster.
He really has, Lockie. You've broken us early. And that's not easy. Well, it's very easy to do.
He might have his own segment this. I'm hoping he goes, yeah, you like that one? Well, how about this one? Next week?
Well, I actually...
Tribute mailbag.
I had something... It's weird that he says this because I was thinking about something very similar. And it was not necessarily fork or spoon, but it was revolving around a spoon, directly like cereal, holding the spoon, shall we? Now, I'm going to try and describe this on air for those listening on Spotify and Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. You basically hold your spoon like a chopstick, right? In one hand, almost, just like a single
in the middle
chopstick.
finger and the index. With a thumb, the stability.
Like you're doing a thumbs up, like you're doing a dog shadow, like you're trying to make a shadow with your hand in a dog format, right? That's how I hold the spoon. Yep. Then I think about it, I'm like, what the fuck were those blokes at school and those people at school holding it like a fucking shovel with like a closed fist and shoveling like...
Yeah.
What the fuck's that about? And I was like...
Those blokes are fucked.
That can't be easier. That cannot be easier.
That was usually the sort of bloke that wore the same polo all week. Same primary school polo.
Wore shorts in snowing weather.
Yeah.
Just very simple.
And he'd eat 2 pieces of plain bread in a Ziploc for fucking
in
lunch.
a Ziploc bag. But you get what I mean, though?
It's brutal.
That's fucked.
Anyway. Yes.
Deviating.
So, sorry, I just had a bit of latency there. I've basically cut you off. So, in conclusion, Lockie, I'll never eat rice the same again.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good on you.
But I realised the only reason I use a fork is because I always have something in the rice.
That you got to
that I have a rice dish with no like chunky things to stab in it. But I reckon.
It just depends if you're a stabber or if you're a scooper, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, spooning leads to forking. So,
That's amazing. Good one. Well done.
Yeah, Lockie, that was actually a great, simple one, but a very good point of discussion. So I am team spoon with no chunks in the rice.
Okay.
Chicken and rice, fork, curry. I will be spooning from now on. Thank you.
I'm going to have to stick with fork. Lockie, happy to take this off air, mate. Hit the pub feed up and give me some more on that, mate. We all know this, and you'll probably find out as you work your way through, but I've got that many light globes in my head, mate, so on my force to reckon with.
Think, Lockie, at the end of the day, mate, I think the girls have just been intimidated by simplicity. And at the end of the day, truth. You're doing it right, and don't you change for anyone.
Don't change.
So,
don't change.
Thank you, Lockie. That was Shoey's
well
mailbag.
done, Daz. Can you do some crowd? Yeah, crowd effects. Yeah, thanks, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Dazzy. He's on fire this week. He's been sober for 2 days.
Look, I know it's not the right thing that we hosed him down butt naked on your level 9 balcony the other night, but he's really pulled up, hasn't he? He's really shown up.
It's actually really straightened him up. Fucking hell. Oh, well, good on you. Good on you, Daz. Keep up.
Good on you, Daz. Thanks, mate.
Keno, so as we approach, that's a very, very quick half an hour for us this week.
We zapped through half already.
Yeah, we're absolutely flying. So we've still got quite a bit to go.
We need to get on.
Yes. All right. So next one I want to go to is the main topic of the week, which I brought to the table. So,
Yes.
can your body clock... Fuck. Let me start again.
That now that you say that though, we could do a whole nother topic of that. That's a good one. Anyway,
Yeah, don't get me started. Body clock, if you're listening. All right.
Daz, refresh.
Can your...
Let's go.
Yep. Can your body count... I've almost fucked it again. I'm not drinking straight.
The gentleman Jack's got to him early. He's ready.
I'm sweating. I've got the warmest chest. All right.
He's got
Take
jelly
3. This
legs.
is all staying in. We're not fucking editing this so
Fuck
well.
no, come on. You want to fucking... Come on. You want to take
Okay.
it out? Come on.
Why do we have the brain teaser coming up next when we can do the tongue twister? Because I've just done the tongue twister 3 times. Can your body count cock block you? I'll say it one more time. Keno,
Yes.
can your body count cock block you?
Yes.
So-
Well done.
The discussion begins. This where this has come from is
Roots.
I saw during the week a Love Island bloke. I believe it's Ryan on the show. I don't actually watch the show. He reckons he's put away 500 birds.
500 birds with
He
one
said on the
single
show,
PP.
it was trending, like on Twitter and shit like that.
Wow.
He's like, he reckons he's put away 500 birds. Now,
Hang on a minute.
you know,
That's what bloody like.
this is where I'm going. You are thinking exactly how I thought. So you've known me for a long time, big fella, and you know I love my stats and analytics.
Yes.
So I took to the spreadsheet.
Holy
And your
shit.
body count cock block you. Okay, so
Sounds like
he
it
was
can.
25 years of age. All right?
25, yep.
I've done the stats.
Ooh, I sent some maths.
Yeah, I've done the stats. He's 25 years of age. So if he lost his virginity at age 16,
Yeah. So that's
That
like
is-
that's our average V loss age. Yep.
yep, I've done 3 different virginity circumstances.
Oh, I love this.
if he lost his virginity at age 16,
Yeah.
365 days times 9 years because he's 25.
Yeah.
That's 3,285 days, and divided by 500 birds would mean that equals 6.57 a week, which means 1 bird every 6 days for 9 years straight, no break, since he was in year 10. Since he was in year 10.
That's a tough gig because we're talking
Every
no
week.
license.
You don't even have a fucking
no
really good party
pad,
every weekend till
Yeah.
17, 18.
no pad, no license, no bloody.
No.
You don't even have like proper hairy chest yet.
Exactly. So that's come.
Okay, bit sus.
So that's, so that would come out to 6.57 women a week, which is 1 every 6 days for 9
So
years.
4 birds and a yep.
Outrageous. All right. So usually typical of those tanned roid boys, they don't peak until like a 21, 22 when they fired up in their shit in high school.
Yeah.
Virginity lost at age 18 would be 365 times 7, which is 2,555 days by 500
Many
birds.
days. It's not many days.
That's a bird every 5 days for 7 years in a row.
Relentlessly.
You need more than 1 a
Relentlessly.
week.
On average. And if you give them the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, you weren't 1 a week, that means you're pushing it into that week. So you're saying like potentially 2 to 3 birds a weekend or something like that. If you want
Yeah, he has to double up every second week.
yeah,
And he's 18.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
I don't know about
Even
that.
if you've got like a good like schedule going and you've got a few on the go,
So it sort of
that's still
sounds like
fucking numbers. And
sort of sounds like
he can't
he's-
count. These are individual birds, mind you. It's not. I've had 500 roots.
Yeah.
If he said he needs to have a couple of roots a week, we're talking.
yeah,
No repeat offenders.
Yep. Wow, individual. Yeah, that's hard, and that's fucked. I reckon so you're sort of saying that he's using this as a. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. He is using this
Have a sip,
statistic as a. You reckon that's like a branch out, like the arm over the shoulder to another bird? Like you reckon that's a.
Well, that's what I was thinking, right? So I don't watch the show. I just saw it trending and it was on news and it was just kicking ass. So I'm like, he's on Love Island and he's dropped this. Is this an intimidation thing or like he's trying to look like a rock star? Because I'm pretty sure
that's
any
what
bird that
like.
you're talking to, which is why it's called, can the body count cockblock? If she goes 500, you're going to pick me up and drop me in fucking 2 seconds. And
Fuck off. And everyone's rode that bicycle and it's got a flat tire, a fucked chain. No one's mate serviced that thing. I'm not fucking riding on that. I'm gonna end up with a busted knee.
It's full of rack. It's full of roids. It's just fucking. It's had more miles in it than anything. So why are you going to buy it? It's not even second hand or third hand. It's 500th hand.
Unless you look at the other side of the coin and the girls are like, oh, geez, this guy must be a ninja. Like he must be experienced and must be an absolute ninja, and I've got to get a slice of that. Maybe that's what we're looking at here.
I reckon the only sense in his mind is he's been delusioned somewhere along the line to think that's social currency, which is very blokes club way of thinking, old school blokes. But there is absolutely no way he can word it that saying on Love Island on a love show or dating or however he said it to, if he said to a woman or just blokes behind their back or whatever, saying I've banged 500 birds and nationally all the birds saying it, there is no way that can ever work in your favour.
His mum and dad are sitting on the couch watching the show because their son's on the telly and mum's going, oh, and dad's going.
Imagine the parents are sitting there and going, yeah, that makes sense. He did both of us. So there's 498 more we have to count. So, I did have one for age 20, which was a bit more brutal stats, but I've seen him make a typo last night or the night before when I was doing it. So
I think the math
18
is all there
is
anyway,
still
mate.
hard enough.
Yeah, I
if
think
he went 18 flat chat, that's fucked.
I think he needs to go for a nice bath or two and pull his head out of the sand, maybe.
Yeah. So, geez, I just love a good stat.
That is a really great stat. I love the way you broke that down there. It's kind of an extra little bit and piece that you get from the show. We bring things to the table like that. You don't see them coming and they just happen. But statistics aside, warm-up jokes aside, mailbag aside, we've been through all that. We've gone through the mush. Can we please go to the hardest hitting part of the podcast?
He isn't he? He
Brad,
isn't he?
Is it time? Go ahead.
It's time for
Let's brain teaser.
Ah, yes. I see you know
my
your brain
God.
teasers well.
Back in the seat.
Well. It just...
Welcome back to the biggest segment in Australian podcasting history, Brad's Brain Teaser.
In the world.
Keno, it feels good to be back on this side. It really does.
I'm happy
for those
you
that
to
didn't
be
listen. Thank you. And I really hope that we can go back to back this week. And I think we're situated really well to do so. I read it earlier and obviously I did because I'm reading it to you, so I already know the question. But I just think this is good. Like
I am nervous. There's the brain teasers we've had. I've rocked up. I've had the armor on. I've taken the shots. I've just gone for it. This one, I've stepped out and I've looked in, and now I'm back in the limelight. And I am nervous, but it's a good nerve. It's it's grand final day. We've been training all year for this. We've put in the hard work. I really think that I've got an advantage now. I've been able to see how this thing works. I'm ready for it. I just want to put everything I've got on the line tonight. I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for this, to be honest.
Look, mate, I feel like I was very naive early on. I didn't realise the pressure on the other side of the point.
I love this.
Fucking hard on that side, on that side of the field.
Especially the shot clock. The shot clock really gets to you. We say this every week, but what we love is we get a lot of people that pause the pod. They bloody sit aside for a little bit. They go, yeah, right, yeah, but they dissect it. They break it apart and go, yep, okay, I'm going back. Let's go. They press play and we're answering. So we've got like we try so hard to just bloody keep things running smoothly, and that's fine. That's what we do in pro football. I mean, that's why we're here.
The pressure is immense.
Look, I'm ready for anything, and I'm not going to leave tonight without leaving everything in the ring. So, throw your best.
Fantastic. All right, mate. So, since we dropped our episode yesterday and we're recording tonight, not too many of the regulars have told us their answers.
Yes, that's right.
Nicola, if you're listening, she got it. Nicola Chesterton.
Well done.
Yeah, so she messaged yesterday. She was like, oh, the brain teaser will be blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how did you get it to that quick? We released it like an hour ago. Did you get like a notification?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I just must have fluked it after lunch. I checked and the episode was up. I was like, well, it probably would have been up for about 35 seconds when you saw it.
Fucking
but
brilliant.
she got it easy.
Well done.
Easy. So then I was like, oh, maybe it was easy. That's why I got it. But
don't belittle
this week,
yourself, mate.
we can only judge how good the brain teaser in by our regulars. If they all get it, we usually know we've picked all right. If they don't get it, we go, you've done them dirty.
You're actually dead right. Yep. Good way. Good
okay, big fella. Brad's brain teaser, episode 16. Are you ready?
Give me everything you got, mate.
You're right.
Let's go.
It goes in dry. It comes out wet.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
The longer it stays in, the stronger it gets. What is it?
Oh, my God. What? Whoa, jeez. I got to bloody get a mop and bucket over here. My mind's in the bloody gutter. Jeez.
It goes in dry. It comes out wet. The longer it's in, the stronger it gets. What is it?
What the flaming frick? Oh, jeez, mate. Well, fireworks.
To make the brain teaser not go in the direction, like it's not the simple, stupid young man's game one that you think it is.
So
I want to start you with a direction. I don't want to give you a hint first up because we usually come back.
Yes.
But it is a realistic, everyday thing.
I'm thinking more on the lines of like
not
sponge
attached
or something like that.
It's not attached to mine and your body.
I'm thinking of something.
So don't waste an answer on that.
I'm thinking something like sponge. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Dry, you put it under some water, it soaks up, gets wet, and the longer you hold it under the water, the stronger it gets. I'm guessing the stronger it fucking holds water or something like that.
You are on a brilliant path.
Okay, so now I'm thinking that I'm close, but not quite.
You're on a brilliant path.
Okay, Shoei, hit me one more time. We have a 3 repeat policy here on the brain teaser segment, so I can hear it one more time.
Unlike the younger days, as you've made me come to learn, is it used to be, I don't want you to get it. It was competitive. Now we're all about getting to the finish line together.
That's actually a good thing you say that. That's true.
Yes. It goes in dry.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out wet. The longer it's in, the stronger it gets.
Also rhymes, which is a key element.
Yeah.
Yo, stronger it gets. I like Eddie Betts kicking the pill. But we're not talking about sex because the brain teaser is not meant to be about it.
It goes in dry.
Yep, dry.
Goes in something. Comes out wet. So you can rule. That first part makes a lot of sense. It has to go in something and it comes out wet. So there's only one thing it can really go in.
Could be your mouth. Could be your mouth, bro. Could be your mouth. Could be something that goes in dry.
The longer it goes in,
the harder it
gets. The
gets.
stronger it gets.
Yeah, harder. I think that's a little bit of Keno's back of the brain ticking over there. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, that's
so
real fat vibes.
Let's just completely, all the people listening that trying to figure this out at home, get your mind out of the gutter. We're not talking about something that's exclusive to 18-year-olds and up. We're not talking about, So, Brad,
you're on the right track.
I really think that sponge has got to be
sponge mechanism.
sponge mechanism is different to a sponge.
Like the way that a sponge is dry, then it gets wet. And yeah, it's the right idea.
Are you talking about that thing that like literally grows when you get it wet? Like that thing that fucking... Oh, shit.
It's a sponge, isn't it?
Oh, let's just cut the shit. There's a lot of people tuning in and they've probably answered by now. They've had a good time to think about it. I appreciate you guys that are there. Brad, I'm just going to go with my gut this time, which is what I do on every brain teaser that you dish me. I'm going to lock in. What are you doing? Okay, I'm locking in sponge, Brad. Look, I got to pull the trigger. If I miss out, I miss out. If I get it, I get it. I'm just going to say sponge. It makes sense. You put the sponge under the water, dry. The water makes it wet. You hold it under the water for a long time, like that cleaning sponge thing, and it gets stronger to clean the dishes with because it's wet. So
okay, so you've locked in sponge.
Yes,
I'm not going to accept that answer. Currently.
Oh, okay.
Reason being is I think you're too close to not get this. So I want to try and just point you in a bit of another direction.
Okay. Well, I'm getting like full.
And I don't want to give you it.
Wow.
What this is, the answer is used every morning.
Like dishwashing powder, like the bloody dishwashing powder or the capsule thing that you put in the fucking machine, the little fucking.
No, okay. Think. I can't give you. Think.
The only other thing.
England. Think England. What would they do every morning? They would use something every morning.
Okay. Can we just? I'm gonna think about it for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna give you an answer. Is that cool?
That's fine with me, mate.
One.
Do you think you've got it?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it.
I fucking hope you've got it. I reckon you're
Brad,
that like. Okay,
Brad,
go for it, mate.
it's with my pleasure to. I was going to say ice blocks. So whoever's thinking ice blocks, you're wrong because it's come to me. And it makes total sense now that you've said it. The answer for this brain teaser that you've given me on episode 16
Come on, please.
In fact, I'm going to say a tea bag?
Yes! Pino.
It took some massaging, but we...
It goes in dry, it comes out wet. The longer it's in, the stronger it gets. The answer is a tea bag.
Oh shit! He smashed the mic. Oh.
Well done, mate. See how close you were with sponge?
Wow,
like
sponge,
you put it in
yeah.
water, it's got bigger and stronger. I'm like, fuck, he's that close. It's basically a fucking sponge.
Fuck.
Tea bag.
Yeah. Oh, it's a flavoured sponge, let's be honest. Fuck, brilliant. That was... Oh,
Back
I
to
like
back,
the pace
baby.
of these. Yeah. See, yeah, now
Back
it's
to
a
back.
pub feed scoreboard. It's not a Keno V show. It's the pub feed's back on the map.
Yeah.
We are proving to every Australian out there that we're fucking geniuses. We are so smart.
Yeah. Just
We have done
massage
again.
it. Just massage it into victory.
Really
well
had
done,
to
mate.
work it there, but wow, I really appreciate the lumbar support there, mate. That was for the endorphins from getting something
was.
like that is just fucking...
It's incredible.
Through the roof.
That is just
Wow.
you just can't put words to the feeling.
Really can't. You really can't.
Well
I'm
done,
lost. I'm lost for words. Look, we had a couple of more things that we needed to line up for the rest of the set, but something that high, I don't think we need to let come back down.
I agree. That was absolutely unbelievable end of the show. Whether you choose to go one of the next, I see the next two that we have in line, and I'm not sure if it can match the energy we had. Great either way. So I'm leaving it in your capable hands.
Let's just say,
well done. Well done is what I first have to say.
Yes. Oh, mate, look, I, again, couldn't have done it without you, quite literally. Look, we do have a lot in store for next week. I'm looking at it right now. We were going to pump it to you this week, but we can't give 1,000% every episode. We just have to split it up. We've got too many hitters.
Yeah.
And you're going to cop them next week. So really tune in for the next one, because we've got the great debate, which is going to be an absolute stonker. It's a massive one. And we're going to do a little bit of a memory lane. It's been quite of a time between drinks for memory lane, but we're going to pull it back, and we're going to talk about something that's becoming more relevant from memory lane. So, Brad, I've had an absolute blast. I'm just so high off the fact that I won a BT.
Mate, it's great. We'd love to start with a brain teaser, but I think ending with it a lot of the times is good, because there's no way we can start there and then have to go backwards. So, well done, mate.
Dead right, mate. Well done, boys. Brad, we've said it every bloody week. If you want to jump on board, all you have to do is jump onto the pub feed link tree, which is linktree.com/the pub feed. And look, I'm just happy to be here. It's been great. And it's a Friday night, so we're going to go grab a couple of more beers and
have a couple more, mate.
Bit more Xbox and, play fucking.
That was fantastic, mate. Well, once again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Write into us as well if you got anything. Hornstar, great work by you as well. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 17 already, mate. So there's some really fucking rippers we'll start with.
That's bullshit.
And, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And that was Pub Feed episode 16.
Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning into the Pub Feed podcast. If you liked, please go ahead and follow our linktree.com/the pub feed. Get all our socials right there. Thanks again for listening. Hope you enjoyed.